There is an inverse relationship between the time spent purchasing luxury items, such as cars and clothes, and the time spent planning one's financial future. Thomas J. Stanley.
StoryShots is proud to bring you this free audiobook summary. Do you want to get access to more free audiobook summaries like this? Subscribe and click the bell button now to get notified each time we upload a new summary. You can also download our free app and enjoy thousands of other summaries of best-selling nonfiction books that are available in text, audio, and animated formats. StoryShots has been featured by Apple, Google, and The Guardian as one of the world's best reading and learning apps. Go to getstoryshots.com and download the app today. Happy learning.
Life gets busy. Has the Millionaire Next Door been on your reading list? Learn the key insights now. We're scratching the surface here. If you don't already have Thomas J. Stanley and William D. Danko's classic book on personal finance habits to become a millionaire, get the audiobook for free using the link in the description or the StoryShots app to learn the juicy details.
StoryShots summary and analysis of The Millionaire Next Door: The Surprising Secrets of America's Wealthy by Thomas J. Stanley and William D. Danko. Introduction.
Millionaires live lavishly. They fly private jets, drive sleek Bentleys, and wear the newest designer clothes. They also live in expensive houses in Beverly Hills and Atherton. Or, is that all fantasy? The reality is much different. Thomas J. Stanley and William D. Danko claim to have discovered the greatest secret of America's real millionaires. In their book, The Millionaire Next Door, they reveal their discoveries about the simple lifestyle of America's millionaires. The Millionaire Next Door has one core premise. You can become financially successful too if you avoid spending more than you earn, commit to investing, and plan your finances well. The implication of The Millionaire Next Door is that nearly anybody with a steady job can amass a tidy fortune. Forbes.
About Thomas J. Stanley and William D. Danko.
Thomas J. Stanley, 1944 to 2015, was an American author and business theorist. He authored and co-authored several books on America's wealthy class. The list includes the New York Times bestseller, The Millionaire Next Door with William D. Danko. Stanley earned a doctorate in business administration from the University of Georgia. After graduating, he served in different corporate leadership capacities. He was also a chief advisor at DataPoint Corporation. Founded in 1968, DataPoint was a technology company that manufactured computer terminals. Later in his career, he lectured in marketing at the University of Tennessee and the University of Georgia. Dr. William D. Danko is a faculty member at the State University of New York. Over the past 3 decades, he has studied consumer behavior and wealth formation extensively. In addition to The Millionaire Next Door, he has also co-authored Richer Than a Millionaire, A Pathway to True Prosperity. Dr. Danko is a published researcher in the U.S., Australia, Canada, Germany, Poland, and Switzerland. He completed his Ph.D. at Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute's RPI, Lally School of Management. Stanley and Danko spent 20 years studying how successful Americans gained and spent their money. They engaged around 1,000 respondents who answered 200 questions each. Many authors spend a lot of time studying and writing about how to get rich. But Stanley focused on understanding how the rich live a life different from ordinary Americans. Stanley passed away in a car crash in 2015. Join us to learn the key insights of The Millionaire Next Door.
Story shot number 1. Millionaires don't spend as much as they earn.
As a millionaire, you may have imagined driving the newest Tesla model and drinking the finest wines. But in reality, many millionaires are frugal. Many people who live in expensive homes and drive luxury cars do not actually have much wealth. Then, we discovered something even odder. Many people who have a great deal of wealth do not even live in upscale neighborhoods. Thomas J. Stanley. This is not the perception that the media has created about millionaires. Instead, the media displays content that glorifies spendthrifts and moneyed lifestyles. There's a reason the media markets movies like Crazy Rich Asians and TV shows such as Billions and Gossip Girl. It is because extravagant lifestyles are much more entertaining than financial prudence. The advertising industry and Hollywood have done a wonderful job conditioning us to believe that wealth and hyperconsumption go hand in hand. Thomas J. Stanley. But if you want to achieve financial success, don't follow the media's image. You must plan your spending and learn how to save when you start making more money than you need. Whatever your income, always live below your means. Millionaires often build wealth by not spending a fortune on their primary residence, thus making them less likely to live in affluent neighborhoods. Thomas J. Stanley. The American millionaire is not necessarily a tech professional living in Beverly Hills. They are often the people living a modest life right next door. They spend every dollar buying goods that add value to their lives. Millionaires also don't necessarily own the most expensive cars. Instead, they may even own second-hand ordinary vehicles. How millionaires practice a frugal lifestyle. Effective budgeting and practicing a frugal lifestyle are key to building your wealth. Earning a six-figure salary doesn't mean you're wealthy. Even if you're among the highest-paid employees, taxes will take away a large part of your income. After deducting living expenses, you will have some money to support yourself until the next pay. But you don't have to earn millions to save for your future. A simple wealth rule is saving as much as possible when you make more money than you need to live. The foundation stone of wealth accumulation is defense, and this defense should be anchored by budgeting and planning. Thomas J. Stanley. An essential strategy millionaires use for frugality is developing an atmosphere of scarcity. Although they can afford a $200 dinner, they opt for a $50 meal. Instead of going for the most expensive vehicle, they choose a decent, affordable one.
Story shot number 2. Millionaires devote time and energy to building wealth.
Patience, passion, and perseverance are essential values among people who have accumulated wealth. Stanley and Danko found millionaires invest time and energy in planning their financial future. They focus on building financial assets over other things in life. This often takes years, if not decades. Income is what you bring home today. Wealth is what you have tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. Thomas J. Stanley. Contrary to the media-perpetuated belief, building wealth isn't a rapid or one-time event. Instead, it's a slow, systematic one that takes time to mature. High income is not a guarantee for building wealth instantly. Most high-income earners classify as either a PAW or UAW. Prodigious accumulators of wealth, PAWs, are masters of saving money and growing wealth. They have a net worth of around 4 times higher than many people with a similar income. They focus on attaining financial independence. Under accumulators of wealth, UAWs perform below average in saving money. Hence, they fall much behind PAWs, despite similar incomes. How do you know if you're a PAW or UAW? Unfortunately, many UAWs are highly educated professionals making high incomes, yet they spend their money maintaining luxurious lifestyles. They also try to sustain the standards that society expects them to hold. How can well-educated, high-income people be so naive about money? Because being a well-educated, high-income earner does not automatically translate into financial independence. It takes planning and sacrificing. Thomas J. Stanley. But how do you determine whether you are a PAW or UAW? Stanley developed a formula you can use to check your PAW or UAW status. Your age times your realized taxable annual income minus inheritance divided by 10%. The answer you get represents what your net worth value should be. For instance, imagine you're 41 years old with an annual income of $200,000, $15,000 of investment income, and $50,000 worth of inheritance. You can calculate your net worth using the following formula. 41 times $200,000 plus $15,000 minus $50,000 divided by 10 equals $676,500. If your net worth is less than half the value you get, you're a UAW. If the figure is double your value, you're a PAW.
Story shot number 3. Millionaires rank financial independence over Luxe social status.
We live in a world of social media where people often have a desire to display moneyed lifestyles for fame. If this is a weakness you have, you're not alone. Unfortunately, suppressing this urge can be daunting. To appear rich in the outside world, most young people go beyond their means to fit into the perceived wealthy online community. It's credit cards that fuel many luxurious lifestyles today, not actual earnings. People want to have the latest designer clothes, lease sports cars, and get a large mortgage on homes. Yet their financial strength does not allow it. Chasing this lavish life, you can't have the peace that comes with financial independence. Instead, deep down, away from the public eye, you know you're not financially successful. There is an inverse relationship between the time spent purchasing luxury items, such as cars and clothes, and the time spent planning one's financial future. Thomas J. Stanley. The ideal American millionaire feels no pressure to prove they live a lavish lifestyle to the world. Instead, they prefer gaining financial independence to looking wealthy. They view financial sustainability as the ultimate prize for growing wealth. Even if they face financial constraints in the future, they wouldn't be under pressure to sustain their lifestyles. To build and maintain wealth over time, it will be necessary for you to approach all financial management, spending, saving, generating revenue, investing, in a different, more disciplined approach than anyone else around you. Thomas J. Stanley. The Millionaire Next Door shows that financial independence contributes to well-being. Millionaires are happier and more confident in their current and future financial sustainability. They have clear short and long-term goals and objectives, allowing them to plan and budget their needs, depending on priorities. Everyone values the well-being of their families over other things. Focus on financial independence and avoid the social media perception of the rich. This way, you can enjoy financial freedom with your family like the ideal millionaire. This is the end of part 1 and the free shot of this book. Get the full text and audiobook version on the StoryShots app. Which one of these key insights would you put into practice? Let us know by sending us a tweet to StoryShots. To dive into the details, order the full audiobook for free using the link in the description or the app. Did you like the lessons you learned here? Share to show you care or let us know by contacting our support at support@getstoryshots.com. We'd love to hear from you.
Did you like this audiobook summary? Click the like button now to support our channel. If you don't want to miss out on new free audiobook summaries, subscribe and click the bell button. You can also download our free app and enjoy thousands of other summaries of best-selling nonfiction books that are available in text, audio, and animated formats. StoryShots has been featured by Apple, Google, and The Guardian as one of the world's best reading and learning apps. Go to getstoryshots.com and download the app today.